Welcome to another edition of Chief Sales Executive Television. I'm Rick Longnecker, your host. Today our topic is, how do you implement the TheNaviGuide? The TheNaviGuide is implemented in 4 parts. First, we prepare the organization to implement the TheNaviGuide. Second, we build, pilot, and refine the TheNaviGuide. Third, we deploy the TheNaviGuide to a select group of salespeople. And fourth, we help you extract extra value from the TheNaviGuide that you've just built and deployed. Now let's take a look at what it takes to prepare to implement the TheNaviGuide. First, we recommend that you keep adoption of the TheNaviGuide quiet. No town hall meetings, no announcements, no coffee cups, no new mouse pads. Keep it quiet because salespeople are show me kind of people. They don't want to be told what to do. They want to see proven success. When they see it, they'll adopt it. Now, to gain buy-in to the TheNaviGuide is critical. We do that by working with your senior leaders, sales leaders, product leaders, and other technical experts through a series of questionnaires, interviews, and briefings to educate them about the TheNaviGuide. In step 2, we help you select a leader and 1 pilot salesperson to help us build, pilot, and own the TheNaviGuide once it's been built and refined. The key is to ensure that these 2 people are inquisitive, so they're open to change, and that they're motivated to be the best and to beat your current great performers. In step 3, we help you pause to assess the impact that other sales improvement initiatives are having on the exchange of information between the buyer and seller during sales calls. For those that are having no impact, we recommend that you stop or pause those to help focus and rivet attention on the sales call and deploying the TheNaviGuide, because it will generate revenue faster. Now let's look at part 2, building, piloting, and refining the TheNaviGuide. The first step here, or step 4 in the process, is to map the sequences of conversations that go on during a sales call around your buyer's problems, the questions we need to ask them, the options of answers they would provide to your salespeople, and then down through the explanations and demonstrations you would give to the buyer, all the way through the recommendations at the back of the sales call that you would give after demoing your offerings. This is the most critical step of deploying the TheNaviGuide. In step 5, we use a rapid prototyping approach to build and deploy the TheNaviGuide with the pilot salesperson leading the way to test pilot the TheNaviGuide in a rapid sequence of pilot sales calls, reviewing those sales calls, refining the guide, coaching the rep, and then circling back through rapid fire execution of the next pilot sales call. In step 6, we insert facilitation and presentation notes to help educate your salespeople on the purpose and the intent of each sequence step in the TheNaviGuide as they progress through the sales call. This is not a set of scripts. We don't believe in scripts. The TheNaviGuide does believe in guidance, notes, and educating salespeople on each step of the sales call. Now let's look at part 3, deploying the TheNaviGuide to a select group of salespeople. The first thing we do here is we want to release the guide to 3 groups of salespeople. First, new salespeople and new sales partners, so we can get them indoctrinated in using the TheNaviGuide from day 1 as they join your organization. This will speed their onboarding process as well. The second group is your poor performers. The TheNaviGuide has an excellent track record of helping poor performers become great performers. Or quite frankly, if they can't get it using the TheNaviGuide, it will help them and you see that they truly are poor performers and other actions need to be taken. The third group is your average performers that have a strong desire to become great performers. So those are the three groups that we recommend use the TheNaviGuide. We do not recommend that the TheNaviGuide be mandated for use by all salespeople. As we mentioned before, salespeople are show-me kind of people. And when they see the TheNaviGuide working, they too will begin to use the TheNaviGuide. Now in step 8, we continuously coach salespeople on proper application of the TheNaviGuide because it's different from their traditional training. There's two ways we do that. One is through quantitative sales call coaching, where we assess two attributes: technical execution of the sales call step by step through the call, and their mindset and attitude during execution of the sales call. The second approach is qualitative sales call coaching, which usually occurs after a sales rep has adopted the TheNaviGuide. And it is the qualitative sales call approach, a coaching approach, is easier and faster to get through and more simplified version for the reps to absorb. In step 9, we continuously reinforce proper application of the TheNaviGuide by ensuring that the senior executives, sales leaders, technical experts in your business are reinforcing use of the guide to your salespeople, and also by tying your sales compensation and incentive plan to reinforce its use. In step 10, we continuously update the TheNaviGuide every day as you change products, services, features, functions, prices, competitive intelligence, and all other information related to what the buyer needs to help them make a decision in the sales call. Those updates need to be put into the TheNaviGuide and released to salespeople every day to keep them current. Now let's look at part 4. How do we extract additional value from the TheNaviGuide beyond its use during the sales call? Well, the first way to extract additional value is to use the TheNaviGuide as an onboarding tool with new salespeople and sales partners. It will literally take the onboarding process from months and years to days and weeks. Second, we use the TheNaviGuide for product development. By getting product development involved in using the TheNaviGuide, they will find value that by modeling their new function, feature, or product into the TheNaviGuide while it's being developed, it allows the sales organization to begin selling that new feature, function, or product the minute that it is released. Third, using the TheNaviGuide to stay connected to customers is a critical attribute of the TheNaviGuide. Its use, the TheNaviGuide's use, enables non-sales professionals and leaders in your business who don't talk to customers to actually hear customers and see how they interact during sales calls with never leaving the building. Fourth, the TheNaviGuide is used to communicate technical information updates. Product and market managers love the TheNaviGuide because it helps them take their updates instead of sending them through email or instead of putting them up in a static library somewhere on the internet. It allows that information to come right into the TheNaviGuide and instantly be used by salespeople without causing the salespeople to stop and read emails and memorize and figure out how to use the information. The TheNaviGuide takes care of that. Mergers and acquisitions professionals also use the TheNaviGuide to help them at the front end conduct M&A due diligence on sales organizations after the letter of intent has been signed. And they also use it for post-merger integration to immediately jumpstart cross-selling and to educate both sales forces on each other's products and services literally overnight. Now, in conclusion, it's clear that the TheNaviGuide is defining a new era in sales call execution. To schedule a demonstration, simply go to chiefsalesexecutive.com.